Today on our Super 8 150 we're going to be cleaning the clutch pads. So first thing we need to do is remove the CVT cover. First off, we'll be loosening the vent cover here with a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. Moving that back. Next, we'll be loosening up the bolts around the actual cover. Okay, so you can just kind of follow it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it is. We'll start on one side and start loosening them up. I like to position my bolts so that they are in the same position as when they came out. So in case they're different lengths, you can make sure to match it up in the right hole. Notice they have these little rubber grommets around them here to help seal out the dust. That one there has some oil on it for some reason. Just be patient with it. Don't force it. You got a rubber gasket around here that you don't want to tear. Get a flashlight on that and see why it's not coming off. And it's not coming off because there is one more bolt back behind this plate, so we have to take this off here first. And that, I believe, is a 6mm hex. I've had this off before one other time, but I didn't realize that it, at least I didn't remember that you had to take off this passenger peg to get to the final screw. This is where, when I said being patient, pays off, because I didn't start prying and doing all kinds of other stuff on this that might have snapped that. So there's that last screw right there. Now this thing ought to pop right off of here when I get this out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a retainer clip on there, so I want to make sure we keep track of that. And we're off. There's a little bit of oil on that edge. I don't know why. Let's see if I can track down where that's coming from. Okay, here's your clutch bell, your variator, and we're going to take this off today and then clean the clutch pads with some emery cloth. Remove the clutch bell cover. It's going to take a 17mm socket, and I've got my tool here to hold this bell cover. I've never done this before, but I think I got it set up in the right direction because I'm going to loosen this away, and I don't want to turn that way. This block of wood down here is just to help support and protect the end of that. So, and I've heard these are pretty tight, so we'll just have to see what we get. And that's not the right way. It's going to come around like this. This is kind of a pain in the ass, I can tell you that already. I definitely need the block of wood. Maybe it's just my block of wood is not right. I need something bigger, more supportive. Alright, I got 3 pieces of wood down here that are a lot longer and wider. So let's see what this does. Nope. I'm lifting up the side of the damn scooter. Okay, I finally got it with hooking this tool into 2 of the closest points here at the bottom, and also going to a 1/2 inch drive. I was working with a 3/8 inch drive, and I went to a 1/2 inch drive socket, and that's what broke it. So you have the nut, you got a washer, and you got the bell. And we'll come around and show you some of this stuff, and it's probably in severe need of cleaning because these look pretty slick. Been having a bit of a problem grabbing. You go to it revs up, and then all of a sudden it kind of jerks and shakes to grab. So what I thought was that I got 8,000 miles on this thing, and these clutch pads have never been cleaned, or the inside of this bell. So I got some 220 grit emery cloth, and I'm going to work on those, and we'll see what we can come up with. Here's my emery cloth. So I'll tear off a piece here, and basically all I'm going to do is come in here, and you see the black on there, just kind of clean these up. And then same way with the inside of the bell here. Just kind of clean that up. See a lot of stuff coming out of there. We'll wipe that with a rag first. You see all that. Probably it's black. It's probably pieces of the belt, just microscopic pieces that build up. Get this all cleaned up. We'll put her back together. Sand these down just a little bit, and we'll take her for a test ride and see if it's any better or not. So here's kind of an after taking a little bit of emery cloth to it, and there's a before, so you can kind of see that they were pretty dirty. That's what I'm going for there. The clutch pad thickness, wear rating, they should be serviced at 1.5 millimeters, and these are about 3 as a close guesstimate. Inside of the clutch bell is all clean. I'll polish that up, and I'm going to check the service limit on it now, and that is standard is 107, or no, 150 cc, 125.2 to 125.7. and it wears bigger. So if it's over, it says service limit is 125.5. I don't know how the standard is in the middle of the service limit. Don't make any sense to me, but we'll see what it measures. Most of my measurements were 124.9 something, but this was my largest measurement, 125.02. So with that, I know we're plenty good on that too. Okay, we're just getting her put back together now. Clutch bell goes on first, then the washer, then the nut. And let me check and see what the torque specs on that are supposed to be. Okay, here's my torque specifications, and the outer clutch nut is supposed to be 25.3 to 32.5 foot-pounds. Okay, so I got that nut tightened back up. I put the cover back on. I got this one nut here, or bolt here with the clip on it in first. And I'm going to put one in the back here, maybe underneath down here, just to secure this, to tighten it up. Make sure my seal is good, and then I'll put the other screws back in. Okay, all 10 of the bolts are on and tightened up, and the last thing is your rear foot peg. And pay attention to these bolts when they come off, because they are different lengths because of the extension out the back. So the longer one goes in this top one here. Okay, so screw that on and we're good to go. So I took it out for a test ride, and that jerky feeling that I had on starts when the clutch was grabbing has completely gone away. So if you've got that symptom, there's what to do with your clutch cover. Just clean that off, clean your pads, and put her back together, and she should run fine. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers! Like what you see? Hit that like button and leave a comment.